of responsibility towards fulfilling further commitments.
I now call upon Ms. Divya Kulkarni to sing the invocation song.
अजं निर्विकल्पं निराकारमेघं निरानन्दमानन्द अद्वैतपूर्णं परं निर्गुणं निर्विशेषं निरीहं परब्रह्मरूपं गणेशं भजेमा गुणातीतमानं चिदानन्दरूपं चिदाभासकं सर्वगम्यानगम्यं मुनिधेयमाकाशरूपं परेशं परब्रह्मरूपं गणेशं भजेमा जगत्कारणं कारणं ज्ञानरूपं सुरादिं सुखादिं गणेशं गणेशं जगद्व्यापिनं विश्ववन्द्यं सुरेशं परब्रह्मरूपं गणेशं भजेमा अजं निर्विकल्पं निराकारमेघं निरानन्दमानन्द अद्वैतपूर्णं परं निर्गुणं निर्विशेषं निरीहं परब्रह्मरूपं गणेशं भजेमा. Thank you.
Thank you, Diya. May I now request Dr. Supriya Shanbag, Head of the Department, Electronics and Communication Engineering, to welcome the gathering.
Very good morning to the dignitaries on the dais, fellow colleagues, department staff, parents, and my dear batch of 2022. It is said, every new beginning comes after some other beginning's end. So here we are gathered today to mark the end of your graduation and wishing you all the best for the start of your professional journey. On this August celebration of the 6th graduation day, I, Professor and Head of the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, place my sincere welcome to the chief guest of today's event, Mr. Anant Badkundri. Mr. Anant Badkundri is our proud alumnus of 1989 batch. He is currently working as a senior director with Emerson in Pune and has various accolades to his success hat. On behalf of KLS and my personal behalf, I once again welcome you, sir. I extend my welcome to all my colleagues, staff, media, my dear students and proud parents. Students, despite of facing the tough times of COVID-19, your batch has outperformed in every field, be it technical, cultural, internships, and of course placements. Beating the post-pandemic blues, EC department placement created history by securing the highest ever offers for the 2022 graduated batch. On a special note, among these offers was the offer from Samsung Semiconductor India Research at 22.85 lakh per annum, which is the highest ever received by any GIT student in campus since its inception. Dear students, you are a generation having a great learning curve. Utilize your learning to provide ground root solutions and make India Atmanirbhar Bharat. KLS GIT has not only guided you with technical skills, but has also nurtured you with humanitarian qualities, and that makes you an amazing personality that you are. I heartily wish you all the best, dear students, for your future endeavors, and yes, stay in touch with your alma mater. We wish seeing you fly with great colors and contribute in the development of this prestigious institute. I once again welcome each and everyone to this 6th graduation day ceremony. Welcome all.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I request Dr. Veena Desai, Professor, Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, to introduce the chief guest of today's function, Shri Anant Badkundri.
A warm good morning to all of you present here, members on the dais and members in the audience, comprising of the students who are the guests for today and their proud parents. It's indeed a privilege and an honor to be introducing an alumnus of KLS GIT and Electronics and Communication Department. Mr. Anant Badkundri graduated in Electronics and Communication from GIT, as you know, in 1989. And in 1989, we had this building just coming up. And he is an alumnus of this place for 1 year, and 3 years his graduation was in the Gogte College of Commerce campus, which you see as the head office of KLS GIT today. So he's had the best of both worlds during his education. The way you have online and offline, he had this campus and that campus. Okay. He's currently working as the senior director with Emerson in Pune, India. Emerson is the global technology, software, and engineering conglomerate, driving innovation that makes the world healthier, safer, smarter, and more sustainable. Anant started his professional journey with Siemens Mumbai in 1990. Please make a note of all the places that he has worked. This will also help you in making your career paths. He was in commissioning group for metal industry, visited many cold rolling mills and plants in India for commissioning activities. Later, he worked with L&T for 2.5 years in the same domain, took the chance to shift to Pune in 1995 when he joined Honeywell and took up different challenges and responsibilities, underlining taking different challenges and responsibilities in engineering and operations. As an operation manager for eastern part of India, he handled some of the key customers like Tata Steels Limited, Jamshedpur. He was awarded the Chairman's Club Award, which is in recognition of outstanding services. After having worked with Honeywell for about 7 years in the domestic business, he was looking for international work experience and got that opportunity in 2002 with Emerson. Anand sir has been with Emerson now for more than 20 years. That's the kind of loyalty you have for an institute which gives you the best and you give back the best to that institute, which he considered, as he says, his second home. He has taken up increasing responsibilities, has been the recipient of Consider It Solved. I think that's very, very important in today's world. The highest award which recognizes efforts that went above and beyond in solving customer problems. He has traveled in different parts of the world and currently leading the teams providing end-to-end services to global customers in industrial automation domain. Emerson is ranked as the #1 preferred supplier in 35 countries in Control Magazine 2022 Reader's Choice Awards, earning the most first place awards of any supplier and the industry. And we have a representative from Emerson here today who is also an alumnus and has served Emerson for 20 years and a proud alumnus of ENC GIT 1989. Presenting to you Shri Anant Badkundri. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. I now request Dr. Supriya Shanbag to do the floral welcome to our chief guest of today's function, Shri Anant Badkundri. Thank you, ma'am. I now request Dr. Supriya Shanbag to do the floral welcome to Professor S.P. Deshpande sir, Dean Students Affairs. Thank you, ma'am. I now request Professor Abhishek Deshmukh to do the floral welcome to Dr. Supriya Shanbag. Thank you, sir. May I now request our distinguished chief guest, Sri Anand Badkundri sir, to deliver the keynote address.
So good morning to all of you. Good morning. We need a lot of energy. So Veena madam, thank you for that nice introduction. Thank you, Supriya madam, thank you Deshpande sir for inviting me. It's a nostalgic feeling, I have been here, I feel like, taking my jacket off and, just be amongst you today. So it has been 3 decades now that I completed my graduation here, and I still cherish, those moments, that I have spent in this college. And luckily then there was no online concept at that point of time, so we could really enjoy our college life to the fullest. So we are one of those privileged ones, I would say. So it has brought back a lot of my memories. As Veena madam said, we were lucky to spend 3 years in the old campus, and we did our last year in this new campus. So thank you again, Madam Deshpande sir, for inviting me. It's my privilege to be part of this, occasion, this wonderful occasion. Something that we missed. At our times it was, we used to get our degree certificate via post. So very, very happy to be part. So I congratulate all of you again for your achievement. As you conclude this important phase of your life. It's a new beginning, right? Very, very important phase of life. It is time, for you to pat yourself on your back and again, thank everyone who has helped you through this journey. That gratitude is extremely important. Make sure that, you thank everyone who has contributed, in getting you where you are today. For that yourself. Today's world is, of course, evolving very, very rapidly, much more than, in our generation. Today, when we see speakers, giving a speech, they normally look at their phones. So what I have done is, I'm still, the old generation. So, the internet has actually made the world smaller. It has made the world global community, single global community. You have ability to connect to anyone, speak to anyone in the world just at the click of the mouse. So the things have advanced so much that we couldn't have imagined a few years back. So your possibilities are limitless. So as Veena madam introduced me, I started my career with Siemens. This was a commissioning job. Commissioning means you actually travel to different sites and start up the plants. So I was in the group which was commissioning of cold rolling mills. Cold rolled sheets are the ones which are used for different appliances, the cars, automobile industry. So I was in commissioning of cold rolling mills. So I did that for initial first couple of years. Then I worked with Larsen and Toubro again for 2.5 years in the same domain. which is, metal industry. And in 1995, I shifted to Pune. Being the only son, after his retirement, my father decided to move to Pune, which was then a pensioner's paradise. Pune was, called as pensioner's paradise in late 90s. Today things are very different. I don't know how many of you know Pune. Things are, changing in Pune, but that is how I moved to Pune when I joined Honeywell. I worked with Honeywell for 7 years. When I quit Honeywell, I was operations manager for the eastern region of India. So Tisco was one of the biggest customers that we had. And that initial stint, right from 1990 to 2002, I was serving domestic customers. And I started thinking about wanting to have some exposure to work with international customers, and that is when I got opportunity to work with Honeywell, with Emerson, sorry. And since 2002, I have been working with Emerson now. Traveled multiple countries over last 20 years, learned a lot, traveled a lot. There is one unique thing which I can proudly talk about is in my tenure with Emerson, I have had opportunity to work in Saudi Arabia for about 9 months. I have seen temperature of plus 55 degrees Celsius. I have worked in that atmosphere for long duration of time. And then I also had opportunity to travel to Fort McMurray. This is in Canada, northern part of Canada, where the temperature that I have worked in was minus 45 degrees. So I have this unique thing of experiencing temperature differential of 100 degrees Celsius, from plus 55 to minus 45. So I do not want to hold you long from what you've been waiting for, getting your degree certificates, but I wanted to use this opportunity to share some of my learnings, some of my experiences, which could help you to be better prepared for what you are getting into. So I had taken down some notes, just to make sure that I'm able to touch upon some of those. So I'm sure a lot of you must be under pressure, some sort of a pressure. That is what we went through. Maybe things have changed, but we used to be under a lot of pressure that now that I have completed my degree, there are expectations from your friends, your family, your college, the real world. There are a lot of expectations in terms of seeking the A-grade company job, high-paying salaries, traveling abroad. And there are a lot of expectations, which I'm sure you will be dealing with. But based on my experience of 30 plus years now in automation domain, my request to all of you is, don't get influenced, don't get pressurized by what is happening around you. Have your dreams and pursue your dreams. That is something which is very, very important. Only if you pursue your dreams, that is what is going to give you sense of achievement, sense of satisfaction, and that in turn will also help your near and dear ones. So please make sure that you're not getting influenced with, my so-and-so friend has got job in this big company. What works for others may not necessarily work well for you. So don't get influenced. Think about what is that you want to do, why is that you want to do, and pursue that dream. So I'll actually use one quote of Dr. Kalam here. What is dream? Dream is not something that you see in your sleep. Dream is something that does not let you sleep, right? It's very, very important, to understand what does this mean. Be prepared, to give not just 100%, but more than that, right? This is a very, very important phase in your life. What you do now, you are basically building a foundation, right? And that foundation has to be very strong, which will help you, to reach greater heights. So what becomes extremely important to understand what you want, how do you want to get there, setting up some, small goals, and make sure that you, keep pursuing those. That foundation becomes, I'll repeat this one or two times more, but building that foundation becomes extremely important. Know what and why, and is there a better way of doing it, and that is what will help you grow in your professional journey. So I mentioned about this campus to corporate program. There are a few things that we keep telling all the new joinees, all the freshers. One of the important things that we keep telling them is opportunities, right? A lot of us keep saying that I am doing everything, but I am waiting for opportunity. That is another important thing to note, that don't ever wait for opportunities. Try and create opportunities. There is a big difference between waiting for opportunities and creating opportunities. And you can create opportunities in multiple different ways. How are you conducting yourself? When I said, we ask people to do certain things, when you try to do something beyond what is told to you, right? There are simple things like, when you meet someone in the morning, how do you greet, right? A lot of these things go a long way in, creating those opportunities. So don't ever wait for opportunities. Try and create, those opportunities by doing more than what is told to you, by, trying to help others, by, stretching yourself, by going more than giving your more than 100% to understand some of the things which may not be part of the work that you are supposed to do. So nothing in life comes easy. Make sure that you are prepared to do that hard work. Now one other important thing which my daughters also keep telling me, Baba, it is not the age of hard work, it is smart work. And I think most of you will say yes, it is smart work that matters. But what I'm going to share you from my experience is, smart work is good, but that foundation can only be built with hard work. Smart work is no substitute for hard work. So again, be prepared to do that hard work, be prepared to go an extra mile, and equip yourself that then you are able to really talk about smart work. That is another important thing that I have learned in my life, and I believe I am successful. I am personally happy with myself, and it is because of some of these things that I have done in my professional journey. So again, commit yourself to what you want to do and be consistent. Keep pursuing. There are going to be a lot of challenges. There are going to be a lot of difficulties, but make sure that you are not giving up. Your unwavering focus is something which will definitely get you there. Don't let setbacks dishearten you. It is all part of learning, right? In Marathi we say अपयश ही यशाची पहिली पायरी आहे, right? It's very important that take it in your stride, learn from it, and make sure that what is important is don't be at the first step all the time, right? Learn something from it and don't repeat the same mistake again. So having failures especially in early part of life, I would say that be open for it, right? It is something, there is always something to learn from it. So we are actually going through a lot of difficult times. Last 3 years have been extremely difficult for the entire humankind. With COVID, we have lost a lot of people. There are a lot of industries which have shut down. 1/3 of the humanity was isolated, working remotely, working from home. So we've been going through a lot of these difficult times, but there is always some silver lining. It is one of the worst things to happen, but at the same time, it has also opened up certain opportunities. The way we work, the way we interact, things have changed significantly. I couldn't have imagined, some of the activities that we are doing today is something that we couldn't have thought about, like conducting customer inspections entirely remotely. The technology has advanced so much that you could do entire inspection so inspection is something that happens typically when you complete the project, when you build your system, you build your software, customer comes to inspect and make sure that it is in line with his requirements. So something that we could never have imagined, we are doing it completely remotely today, right? So it opens up a lot of opportunities, for India, right? India is Atmanirbhar Bharat. The technology has advanced so much. In fact, there were times when we were able to carry on with all our operations even when people were working from home. So we made sure that they have the necessary setup at home, and they were able to work with customers in 44 different countries in the world, right? So how do you respond to situations is also important. There are problems, there are difficulties, but how are you going to react? How are you going to look for opportunities which are going to help you, better is something that you should be, looking for. Two or three more things that I want to talk about is, change. There's a saying that only thing which is constant in life is change, right? So you will see this a lot when you step into your, new era now of, getting into your professional journey. Change is the only constant thing. Be prepared for change. Again, try and make sure that there is something that you are learning from every change that you are going through, but be prepared to accept the change, right? Second thing, which I briefly touched upon, opportunities. So make sure that you are creating opportunities and not waiting for opportunities. And every small act of yours, can lead to creating opportunities. So if there is something that is expected out of you, how do you complete it in time, before time? How do you report it back, as and when you get into your professional journey? How do you report it back to your supervisor? The time that you are spending on learning, it is extremely important. Learning is for lifelong. Learning will never cease to exist. At this age, I am still, trying to learn a lot of things. So be prepared to learn, from everything that you're doing. It is extremely important to have that attitude of what can I learn from it, right? Every small thing is going to help you learn something different. So keep looking for those opportunities. And, again, create those opportunities. And, the last one is making a difference. So it's very, very important that each one of us understands that we owe something to our society, right? We owe something to our family. We owe something to our friends. Make sure that you are doing something which is giving back to society, right? It can be done in multiple ways. Just helping your friends, sharing your experiences can also lead to, that giving back to society. So make sure that you can truly make a difference in not just your own life, but lives of many others, right? And this is possible if we really pay attention to, the moments that inspire us, if we share, what are our, learnings, what are the values that we've learned, if you can share those, it is something which will help in a way to giving back to society. Last but not the least, be happy and be grateful for what you have. I see a lot of parents here. Namaste to all the parents. We know their importance their importance in our life. We know what they have done, to see where we are today. Please have that gratitude. Make sure that every single opportunity that you get, you appreciate, the help that they have provided. And another important thing is, have a positivity is extremely important. We are all, I would say we are all very blessed. We have eyes, ears, limbs, we can eat, we can drink. There are a lot of people who have, disabilities. So it is important that, we are mindful of what we have. We are happy about what we have. Don't look at what you don't have, right? You should definitely keep aspiring for something more, something different, but be happy and be grateful to what you have, right? We are very, very lucky that, we have, a lot of things that are available with us. And important thing is don't take these things for granted, what we have. Again, be appreciative and try and give something back to society. One last thing is one of the most important other thing that we have is education, right? We are really blessed that we are educated. Nelson Mandela famously said that education is the most powerful weapon which can help you to change the world, right? So use it in a right way. Make sure that you are using it right way to have some impact on the world in whichever way you can. So you are now armed with most important tools that are needed to forge your path in your professional journey. It is not just the degree that counts. I heard about it is humanitarian grounds also. There is a lot of things which are done in the college. Make sure that you are able to carry forward those learnings and demonstrate them in your day-to-day life. It's about what you learned along the way and what you do with the education, with the values that you've gotten in your journey, which are going to be very, very important. Your future is in your hands, no one else's, right? It is for you to decide what you want, why you want, have certain actions and walk that path, regardless of the challenges and difficulties that you will face. As I mentioned earlier, COVID-19 has changed a lot of things. It has had a significant impact on global economy. There are geopolitical conflicts. Syria, the latest one is Russia, Ukraine. There are those conflicts going on. Climate crisis is one of the other very, very dangerous thing which we are facing with now. So look at every opportunity of doing something, doing your bit in some of these areas. So that's pretty much what I had. I'll end the speech with one more quote from Dr. Kalam. You cannot change your future, right? We keep saying that my future is in my hands, but this quote is important, that you cannot change your future, but you can change your habits, which will change your future. So inculcate those right habits, which are going to be extremely helpful to you when you start your professional journey. So congratulations again. Again, I don't want to hold you more from getting your degree certificates. All the very best. I'll give my contact numbers. Feel free to reach out to me at any point of time if you need any help, any guidance. Not only with the companies that I have worked for, but whatever I can share from my journey of 30 years, I'll be very happy to do so. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir, for those insights and the motivating words. I now request Professor S.P. Deshpande to present a memento as a token of love and gratitude to our chief guest, Sri Anand Badkundri.
Is to distribute the provisional degree certificates. Please, once again, we will read out the instructions for our students as well as the parents.
Dear parents and students, you are requested not to come near the stage to click any photographs. We shall share the photographs clicked by the college photographer with you all. Instructions to the students. I request the students to come on the stage when the name is called for receiving the PDC. The student should alight the stage and walk to the dais from left and come back to his or her allocated seat from the other end of the dais. Students are requested to verify the PDC. In case any student receives the PDC of other student, kindly report the same after the function. Students are requested to sign the sheet after receiving the PDC which is kept with Mr. Shivanand. Thank you.
Now I request our chief guest for today's function, Anant Badkunri sir, to do the honors. I call upon students as per their seat numbers. The first, Vinay Bidri. Abhishek Hitabuddhi. Next, Aditya. Just wait. Aditya, just wait. Aditya Muyyappan. Anna. Aishwarya. Amrutvartini. Anjali. Ashwini. Bhavna. Chetan. Sulekha is there. Chetan is there. Chitralekha. Ethan. Deepak Bola. Dhaneshwari Jangle. Farhan Balikundri. Ganesh Bagalkoti. Gokul Sai Chebrolu. I request the students and the parents, please give a round of applause. Paresh Nayak. Parvati Naganahalli. Suraj Patil. Pawan Kumar Kuttedar. Pawan Kumar Bhasme. Prabhudev Betsurmat. Prajwal Madhusetti. Prajwal Patil, USN 81. Patil, USN 82. Means we have same Prajwal Patil. Pratibha Hadimani. Pratik Nadgowda. Pratik Malkapure. Praveen Patil. 87.
I now request Professor G. Praveen Patil, USN 88. Diksha Priya Kadannawar. Priyanka Chikoti. Radha Katkar. Rahul Tamre, Rajat Todwadkar, Rakshit Naik, Raman Gowda, Rani Mane, Rashmi Mutalik, Ro- Rutvik Chaudhary, Sachin Gowda M. Patil, Saeed Ahmed Bandi, Saif Ali Hayat Khan, Shi Janani, Samir Attar, Santosh Patil, Serial Inamdar,
Students, big round of applause, please. Thank you, Kadam sir. Now I call upon Dr. Veena Desai. Dr. Veena Desai, ma'am, to do the next set of honors. Shyam Kulkarni. Shashank Kinhal. Shashank ST. Shikha Shetgiri. Shifa Ganiger. Shivani Avargiriman. Shravani Shanbag. Shri Krishna Gaud. Srinidhi Namdar. Shreya Ankalgi. Shreyas Bhosle. Siddharth Harle.
Vaishnavi Kauri, Vaishnavi Savgavkar, Vinay Vyasa Samudra,
Vinay Kumar Chittur. Ladies and gentlemen, Vinay Kumar is also awarded an appreciation certificate for serving as the General Secretary Student for the academic year 21-22.
Vinuta Dugar, Viraj Patil, Urushali Patil,
Thank you, Gopikrishna sir. Now I call upon Dr. Suresh Kuri to do the next set of honors. Yashoda Rajmani. Abhijit Dandikar. Sangamesh Chattar. Sachin Raj Kambar. Sanju Chippalagatti. Yuvraj Gadat. Darshan Arate. Vinayak Hiremat. Ashit Darumat. Shivani Kumar. Rajat Hedur Shetty. Soumya Bableshwar. Aishwarya Kulkarni. Srishal Pujeri. Adarsh Pardeshi. Amisha Patil. Ankit Saogavi. Ankita Gogte. Thank you. Annapurneshwari. Thank you, Puri sir. Now I call upon Dr. Saurav Mitra to do the rest of honors. Basavaraj Uppin.
Radeshwari Anigeri.
Thank you, Saurabhitra sir. I request Dr. Anupama Auti madam to do the rest of honors. Next, Sneha is Naik. Varsha Suryavanshi. Vidya Majukar. Meghna Patil. Neela. Saket Bendigeri. Saket is also awarded an appreciation letter for being the coordinator for dramatics for the year 21-22. I call upon our MTech DCN graduating students, Rekha Saboji. Akanksha Bidre. Iram Kinikar. Kiran Kumar Binger. Chitralekha. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am. Congratulations, dear graduating students. All of your hard work and dedication have led you to this proud moment in your lives. Good luck and best wishes on your future endeavors. I now call upon Professor Abhishek Deshmukh, IEEE Coordinator, to propose a vote of thanks.
A very warm and good afternoon to one and all present here. I congratulate 2022 EC batch. You are officially now the prestigious alumni of KLS GIT Electronics and Communication Engineering Department. I take pride in proposing the vote of thanks for the 6th graduation day ceremony of the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering. On behalf of the department and KLS GIT, I thank Shri Anant Badkundri, sir, for sparing his valuable time from his busy schedule and gracing today's graduation day ceremony as the chief guest. Thank you very much, sir. I'm thankful to the KLS management, principal, deans, section heads, HODs for their valuable guidance. A big thank you to Dr. Supriya Shanbag, HOD ENC Engineering, for steering the organizing team as the leader to make this event happen and a successful event. Thank you, ma'am. I thank the stage committee, discipline committee, registration team, catering team, faculty of ENC department, our 7 SEM students in the organizing team for their support for smooth functioning of this event. Thank you, everyone. Thanks to the support staff at the ENC Engineering Department for their assistance and help. I thank the invited media personnels to cover and the publicity coordinator to cover this event. I thank KLS GIT as a whole for their direct and indirect support. Last but not the least, dear electronics and communication engineers and our proud students, this event wouldn't have had this gracious feel without you. Guys, you are the stars of this event today. And equally, the parents, thank you for your presence. Today, you would be walking out as your head held high and as proud as they are. A thank you students, thank you parents. In the end, I thank each and everyone, directly and indirectly, who have supported us for this function. Thank you, Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Well, we believe that any academic event is incomplete without the nation anthem of our beloved country. May I please request you all to rise for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
An instruction to the students and our dignitaries. We have the official batch photo which will be taken in front of the library. So I request all the graduating students, even from MTech Digital Communication Networking and Automotive Engineering, to proceed to the library, in front of library for the official